All right. Hey, how are you? Welcome to my bedroom. This is where I can be quiet and to do to do this video real quick because I do get to work from home with two children. And so here I am to make this video. So my name is Bethany Bethany. I want to thank you so much for clicking on and for bearing with me with the location of where we're at right now. I joined Mary Kay 9 years ago, and at the time did not have any children. So I was an elementary school teacher, and I was getting my master's at night for reading, and was married for a couple of years. And my husband was in medical school, and medical students don't make any money. They kind of just get a lot of loans. It's very expensive. And we were had my little teaching salary, but a lot of that salary was going towards my master's because we did not want to add loans on top of loans on top of loans. So we were paying that off. And so basically we were living on loans and love 9 years ago. I'm very happy, but not a lot of money. And my aunt asked me 9 years ago if I would host a Mary Kay party for her. And I had been using the products since I was 13. Okay. Not a lot of the products. Honestly, it was the cleanser and the moisturizer. So I was on basic skincare. Loved it. Loved what it did for my face. Whenever I would switch to something else, usually it was something from like a drugstore. If I ran out of my Mary Kay and I just didn't get it from my aunt, my skin was never the same on those products. And so I stuck with Mary Kay. I did pay for it myself. My mom did not buy it, and my aunt did not just give it to me either. And she did not give it to me at cost. She just gave me like a little discount, which isn't it wasn't that great. She's a very good salesperson, okay? And so anyway, knew I loved the products, but had no idea what a party was like. Didn't wear any makeup. I wore eyeliner and mascara to look older than the fifth graders I was teaching. True story. And maybe like a tinted Blistex or something. But knew nothing about that. And so I was a little nervous because I don't know, these teachers who she wanted me to invite, I had only known them for like a year. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just made friends with these people. Like, what if my aunt scares them away? I mean, you just think of all kinds of crazy things. But whatever. She told me I get free stuff. And so when you're poor and living on loans and love, if it's free, it's for me. And so I said, okay, I will have some people over so that I can get free stuff. And so I did it. 8 ladies over, and it was a ton of fun. And I couldn't believe how much money she made in just a couple of hours. And I thought, oh my gosh, there's a lot that I could do with that money. And so she kind of piqued my interest. And it was annoying to me because please, I was getting my master's. Like, how could I then switch to peddling cosmetics and selling lipstick and moisturizer? I kind of had a little bit of a snobby attitude about it, and I really didn't want to be interested, but the thought just wouldn't go away. I kept on thinking about Mary Kay, and it took me a couple of weeks, but finally I decided, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. And the big reason was my aunt said, well, Bethany, you'll never know unless you try. I was like, that's true. That is true. There are a couple other reasons why I joined, and these might sound appealing to you. One, there's no quotas. If there are quotas, monthly quotas, quarterly quotas, I wouldn't have joined Mary Kay because that would have been way too much pressure on me. So we place, you can place one order a year and be a beauty consultant. You may not be active for that entire year, but you're in Mary Kay and you don't have to like pay any fees, or there's no penalties or anything for not being active. So that's awesome. Second reason why I joined was because we make 50% of everything we sell. And what I could wrap my head around, what I was excited about was making an extra $200 a month for my husband and I. There was a lot that I could think of doing with that $200. So with 50% of everything I sell right off the bat, and that discount never changes, it never goes away, I was kind of interested with that. Okay. So the third reason why I joined was honestly to make new friends. We were living in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I'm not from Scranton, Pennsylvania. And the only women who I knew were from the tiny little elementary school that I was teaching at and the little church that we were helping to start. We were helping with a church plant. And so I saw this as an opportunity to make new friends and to kind of get out of the house a little bit. And so some people say, oh, I don't know enough people. I could never be in Mary Kay. And I'm like, that's actually great. You make friends. And, actually the people who are your friends and family, they're usually not your good customers anyway, because all they want to know is what is their discount and what can they get for free, or they're just like, yeah, you're going to sell me makeup and skincare. Like, I remember what you were like when you were 7. So that's not going to happen. So that's the problem with friends and family. Okay. Just to let you know. But new customers, we can show you how to meet new customers. And so I've moved 3 times since starting my Mary Kay business. So really, I've started my Mary Kay 4 times, and it's all worked out. So I can show you how to do that. Now, when I joined, I told my aunt, look, I don't want to earn a car. I don't want to become a director, which is like a leadership position in Mary Kay, because I really didn't want to have that pushed on me. I did not want to feel, I don't know, pressure and everything. And honestly, I just didn't think I could do it. Like, I honestly did not think that was a goal that I could attain. And I didn't want her to push me towards something that I didn't believe I could do, because then I would just kind of feel like a failure. So I told her, look, I want to profit an extra $200, and I want to do that by holding 1 to 2 appointments a week. So like not even part-time. That's like 2 to 4 hours a week is what I wanted to put into my business. And so I was not like joining to go big time with Mary Kay. Just want a little extra something. So she said, okay, that's great. So I did Wednesday nights and Saturdays. That was it. So, okay. So that was all I would work my business. So when people wanted to book with me, I'm like, okay, great. What's better for you? Wednesday nights or Saturdays? And they would tell me, and then we would go from there. And so I started doing 1 to 2 appointments a week. And as a result of doing those 1 to 2 appointments a week, I started having things come to me through my business that was a surprise. Okay. Things that I was not expecting. And so one of those things was I was making a lot more than $200. Okay. Making a lot more than $200 a month with 1 to 2 appointments a week. That was pretty exciting. And then as I was in the business for a few months, well, then I started getting reorders because people were using stuff up. See, this is the thing. If you're going to sell anything, sell something that's consumable, that people will use up and need more of, because that's more business for you. And at a 50% profit level, that's kind of exciting. Something else that happened as a result of being, I've got like an itch on my nose. I'm so sorry. As a result of me being in Mary Kay, was I started to team build. Okay. So it was fun to meet people. It was fun to show the product. And then other women saw that fun and they're like, I think I want to do that too. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. And so I had some people join my team. And so now I had this team, and that was exciting. So I'm making money in my sales. Mary Kay is now sending me a check because of how productive my team is. Whatever they ordered, Mary Kay would send me a check based on what their orders were. And it never came out of my consultants' profits. They were always going to make 50%. It came from Mary Kay profits. So that was kind of exciting. And so these team members, as this started happening, I didn't realize what was happening, but I was going on Target for a free car. So 4 months after I joined Mary Kay, I'm sitting in my 5th grade classroom, and my aunt gives me a call, and I like flip open my pink razor phone, because we all had those back then, 9 years ago, at least some of us. Some of you are younger than that. But I had my pink razor phone, and I flipped it up, and I'm like, hey, Aunt Audrey. And she is screaming on the other end of the phone and telling me that I'm on Target for a free car. And I was like, what? How did I do that? What are the rules for that? Because I didn't know how you earned a car. And so she's like, you have 5 people on your team and blah, 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 blah. And this is your product. And you're on Target for a free car. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so she's like, okay, girl, do you want to earn a car? And I'm like, I don't know, I guess. And she goes, well, look, you may have gotten on Target by accident, but you're not going to finish it by accident. So if you want to earn a car, you better start paying attention. So I got excited, and I started paying attention to my business now. Okay. I started to learn the rules about how everything happened. And so I earned a car in 8 months of joining Mary Kay. It was a Pontiac G6 with a V6 engine and a spoiler off the back, and it was awesome. And I remember when I went to go pick up this car, my husband came with me, and it was a rainy day in, I don't know, April or May. And I went to go pick up this car, and it was awesome because I only signed like my signature twice, and they took a look at my license to prove that I, had my license, and they gave me the keys, and it was a full tank of gas, and only had 8 miles on it. I didn't even know what I was looking at. I was looking at the dashboard. I'm like, Max, what's this 8 here? And he looks, and he's just like, oh, that's 8 miles on the car. I'm like, yeah, okay, because I'm the oldest of 4 kids, and my parents sacrificed a lot so that we could go to a Christian school. We never had new cars, like ever. That was part of the sacrifice. So we had cars that they could pay off immediately. There was no car payment. And my dad was constantly fixing them up to keep them running until he could do no more. And then we would get another used car. And so this was like my first new car experience, and I was ecstatic. It was just so much fun. So the car was definitely a surprise to me. And Mary Kay pays 85% of the car insurance when we take the car. We can also take the cash. It would be $375 a month that would have gotten added to my commission check if I had taken the cash. But of course, I wanted the car because that's like my trophy on wheels, you know? So since joining Mary Kay, I've earned 5 free cars. Our 5th car is on the way. It's a black Chevy Equinox, but we're getting back into that pink Cadillac at the end of this month. So that's pretty cool. It'll be our 2nd pink Cadillac. And yeah, you want to drive a pink Cadillac. Maybe you don't know that right now, but there's like nothing like that. Because I didn't think I wanted to drive a pink Cadillac either until I saw a pink Cadillac. And I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do that. Okay, so now as I am like team building, I'm earning a car, I'm holding these appointments, I'm making sales, I'm having fun. Something else that surprised me was that I grew into a leadership position. I became a director, and I was very scared to be a director. I'm not going to lie. I did not think that I had the skills to do that. I didn't think I had the knowledge. Um, that was kind of a big deal to be the leader of a group of women. But you know what? Each step of the way, God was equipping me. And something I learned in Mary Kay is you're always ready for what the next step is. So maybe I know, not maybe. When I joined Mary Kay 9 years ago, definitely was not ready to be a director then. But every party that I held, every time I brought somebody to our meeting, every time I met somebody for coffee, every facial that I did, I grew. And so the personal growth was a surprise to me. I now became more confident, and I was more brave, and I had more courage. And so this confidence that I had grew me into a leader, and I'm still growing. Big surprise to me. Big surprise. Also, the prizes were a little bit of a surprise to me. Okay, I'm not wearing any of them right now. Well, no, these are Kate Spade earrings. Aren't they fun? So that's a gift from Mary Kay. So yeah, they give us like designer earrings and designer handbags and things to decorate our home, and like the cars and jewelry and all kinds of things that like it's incredible because we believe in praising women to success. And the cool thing is that you can earn a prize. You can get recognition no matter what level you're at in Mary Kay. There is always a place for you to win. So cool. Now the flexibility was a big surprise to me. I did not know why flexibility would be so important to me until I needed it. And I guess a year and a half after joining Mary Kay, we were now not living in Scranton, Pennsylvania. We were in South Jersey. I was teaching in Philadelphia in the inner city, and it was not a good situation. I did not enjoy it, but I was still doing my Mary Kay, driving a free car, making as much money selling Mary Kay part-time as I was full-time teaching. And during that year, 2 weeks before Christmas, I got a phone call from my dad, and he was crying on the other end of the phone that my mom's breast cancer had come back. And the kind of cancer that she had is triple negative breast cancer. And there is no cure for it when it comes back a second time. They're working on research for it. But it's a beast. Honestly, it just doesn't respond to medications that are out there right now. It doesn't respond to chemo and radiation the way that other cancers do, so that when you're done with a treatment, it has already spread to another organ or another part of your body. It kind of spreads like wildfire. So you have 10 to 14 months to live when it comes back a second time. And I knew that I did not want to be stuck in a classroom where I was miserable while my mom was sick up in upstate New York. So I was able to quit teaching, and I was able to be with my mom for 3 months before she passed away. And that is honestly the greatest gift that Mary Kay has given me. Greatest gift. And also as a result of that season in my life, which was really sad, I found support from the Mary Kay company, from the women who are in Mary Kay. It's kind of like a sisterhood, like a sorority. I've never been a part of a sorority, but I imagine like this is probably what it's like, if not better. I started getting cards and emails and phone calls from women and men all over the country saying that they're praying for my family and thinking of us. And a lot of these people, I didn't even know who they were. And that astounded me. That honestly astounded me. I was getting more support from them than I was from the women who I used to teach with every single day. So I couldn't believe the community, couldn't believe the culture. And so that's one of the things that keeps me in Mary Kay is that culture. There are a ton of other companies out there. So many choices, so many opportunities for direct sales right now. But you know what? There's some things about Mary Kay that we specialize in, and the face-to-face, the mentorship, the coaching. When you get a starter kit, you don't just get the tools and the knowledge and access to a website with tons of videos and like a prepaid card. whatever, we get direct deposit. But anyway, I digress. We get you actually get a business coach. So I would like kind of pop out of the box too, no matter where you are in the country. Here I am, I'm Bethany, and I'm here to help you and I'm here to support you. And you don't pay me for me investing in you. Okay, Mary Kay will pay me based on how productive you are, but you don't have to pay for that. Do you know how much money people spend every year? Like thousands upon thousands of dollars to be mentored by someone who they never even get the chance to talk on the phone to, or the chance to meet face to face. And all of this comes with the starter kit in Mary Kay. So the starter kit's $100. It's been $100 since 1992. You get $446 with a full size retail product. I'm in my bedroom, so I don't have my starter kit bag with me to show you. But I imagine you can see a picture. I might send you a picture of what the starter kit looks like. It kind of looks like a Chanel inspired bowling bag. Like, it's really nice. And then when you open it, it's like a 31 bag on the inside. It's got like this awesome caddy that pops out and all the dividers, and it's great. And so that's all it takes to join Mary Kay. And you have all your tools and your materials and training to help you get started with your business. And so, I just want to encourage you that if this is something that, if anything sounded intriguing to you, ask questions, find out more about what we have, or if you know somebody, because what this opportunity has, you don't even know. I just listed a bunch of things that took me by surprise with this company, and I never would have known unless I had tried. And so if you have even the smallest curiosity, the smallest intrigue over this company, it's $100 to give it a shot and to see what happens. Um, and to see what you might find in that starter kit. It might change your life and it might not, but you'll never know unless you try. And I do have a password for you. The password here for today is remarkable, because if you choose to join our unit, we are the Remarkable unit, and we are named after my mom, R. Ruby Ramanko, and the R really stands for Rulafia, which is a really old Dutch name. It's the female version of Rulof. Not cute. Remarkable is much cuter. And, I would love to tell you more about my mom and how remarkable she was. I see this business as a way to pass on all the wisdom that she has poured into me and into my life, and to share that with others. And so we are the Remarkable unit, named after my mom. So thank you so much for being on, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.